I hope you're all doing well and having a great start to the new year. One of my goals for the year is to start sorting through photos and videos quicker, and this video is from November 2024, so I'm not exactly off to the best start, but I hope to get better soon. Anyways, today's video is very exciting because it was my first time visiting Port Macquarie, a beautiful little town in New South Wales known for its beaches and wildlife. And of course, when I go travelling somewhere, I'll always try to see some animals, so I decided to visit the Billabong Zoo Koala and Wildlife Park. Please note that this was taken over a year ago, so the zoo and its animals may have changed a bit since then, but I hope you enjoy the video regardless. I cannot remember the order I saw the animals in, so it will be a bit random, but I will be making timestamps so you can skip to any animal you would like. But I'm going to start off with the snow leopard because this is the closest I have ever been to one. For comparison, I live in Melbourne and this is how far away the snow leopard normally is at my local zoo. Less than 4 zoos in Australia have snow leopards, so I was extremely grateful to have seen one. While editing this video, I learned that Cumbia unfortunately passed away last year at the age of 21. Snow leopards often only live 10 to 12 years in the wild and 15 to 18 years in captivity, so Cumbia had a very happy, healthy, long life at Port Macquarie Zoo. I love seeing how similar snow leopards' behaviours are to house cats. Here is a video of him scratching a log and a video of my cat scratching as comparison. Here you can see the zookeeper leaving food out for Cumbia to encourage him to come over, but he decided to go lay down instead. I think he must be my cat's long-lost brother. Before visiting a zoo, I would recommend checking out their website to see their keeper talks so you know what time you should go to the zoo. They are free so anyone can attend. I was very lucky that there was also a lion feed today because most zoos don't feed their carnivores every single day in order to mimic their natural diets in the wild. I was also extremely surprised to see a keeper going inside to feed the lions herself instead of just leaving food outside, but it was lovely seeing how much the lions trusted her. Just over a century ago, there were over 200,000 lions in the wild, but now there are less than 20,000, so it's nice seeing them being taken care of properly. They are capable of eating 40 kilograms in a single meal, which is around a quarter of their body weight, although some males can even weigh up to 250 kilograms. I was surprised to learn that lions can sleep up to 20 hours a day, but that does explain how they have so much strength and energy. Not only are lions the only big cats that tend to live in groups, but they are also the only big cats that roar together to protect their territory. Their roars can be heard up to 8 kilometers away. The lion's mane does not only look handsome, but it actually helps them appear larger and more threatening to rivals. Their manes can actually grow up to 16 centimeters. The last of the big cats here are the cheetahs. They are the fastest mammals on Earth, as they can cover up to 9 meters per stride and run for 100 kilometers an hour. They are also capable of jumping 2 to 4 meters high. Cheetahs have around 2,000 beautiful black spots in their fur, and the black marks that look like tears around their eyes help reduce the sun glare. Just like human fingerprints, their patterns are all unique, so no 2 cheetahs are the same. Unfortunately, cheetahs are classified as vulnerable on IUCN Red List, as there are only around 7,000 of them left in the wild, and they only occupy around 10% of their original historical habitats. One of the main things Port Macquarie is known for is a huge role in koala conservation. Port Macquarie Zoo is home to the Koala Breeding Centre, which supports zoos nationally and internationally. A lot of people are surprised when they see koalas moving about like this, but they do sleep 18 to 20 hours a day and are extremely food driven, so they are very motivated to use their conserved energy to go get food. Although all the leaves they are eating may look identical to us, there are over 800 species of eucalyptus leaves in Australia, and koalas only eat around 30 of them. Speaking of sleepy Australian animals, the zoo also has a common wombat, who was not very active when I visited but still very cute nonetheless. But now onto some more active Australian animals. One of the zoo's most popular attractions is a Macropod meadow, where you can walk through an area to observe or feed kangaroos, wallabies and wallaroos. The term macropod comes from the Greek words macro, meaning large, and pod, meaning foot, which is fitting because the macropod family is known for their large hind feet, which they use for hopping. Whilst they are very friendly animals who are used to having humans walk through their habitats, please keep in mind that they are living creatures with their own boundaries, and they may be protective of some joeys that we can't see yet, because joeys are very tiny when they are first born. Please do not force feed or grab any of them. Instead, just wait for them to come up to you and eat from your hands. Aside from the feeding, I loved walking the meadow to observe their behaviour and get some photos. They all have very unique personalities, with some preferring to chill in their own corner and some being extremely social. Saltwater crocodiles are the largest species of crocodiles and the largest living reptiles in the world. Billabong Zoo is home to one named Shrek, who is approximately 50 years old, 5 meters long, and over 500 kilograms. And surprisingly, he is not even fully grown yet. Some have been reported to exceed 7 meters and weigh over 1,000 kilograms. While they only live around 70 years in the wild, one in captivity actually lived for 120 years. Now onto some smaller reptiles. If you need to escape the heat, you can have a retreat in the zoo's Reptile House. Although they are amphibians, not reptiles, my personal favourites were the frogs. You don't need to go into the reptile house to see reptiles because I have seen so many wild ones in just this day alone. Port Macquarie has a subtropical climate, so it has plenty of insects that act as a plentiful food source for the wild reptiles. Although dingoes are now known as Australia's native wild dogs, they were actually introduced from Southeast Asia over 4,000 years ago, making them Australia's first known introduced species. Whilst dingoes and dogs look very similar, they actually have plenty of differences. Dingoes primarily only breed once a year, have broader heads, howl instead of bark, and have a more independent nature. Some zoos in Australia may also take the dingoes out for a walk for enrichment, so if you're lucky you may be able to see one up close. Back to non-native animals, Billabong Zoo is also home to a mob of adorable meerkats. They can live in groups of up to 50, and each individual has a unique role to play in a troop.
Oh, lovely. It's so cute.
Another nice sheltered area in the zoo is a home to little monkeys. Here you'll find quite a few species of primates, including the cotton-top tamarin, which reminds me a lot of my guinea pig Kovu. Having seen land and tree animals, here are some sea animals. These are little penguins, also known as fairy penguins, who can swim between 4 to 9 kilometers an hour. Whilst their average lifespan is only 7 years, some have been reported to live up to the age of 26. To conclude the video, I would like to show some additional photos I took of the animals and the surroundings. Despite the humidity, I still had an amazing time, and I would definitely recommend visiting if you ever get the chance to. So that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day.